it essentially starts with Rabbi Oshaia saying something in the Talmud in Ta'anit, page 7a, where he says, why are words of Torah compared to the following three drinks, the following three liquids, right? Mayim, water, yayin, wine, and chalav, milk. And then he brings a verse from the Bible to talk about why, where he thinks that comparison is drawn. But what he says is the reason why words of Torah are compared to water, wine, and milk, which I think we could argue are pretty foundational drinks in this world, right? Meaning in the world in which Rabbi Oshaia lives, you need water, obviously. We could be thinking about milk, the way we think about it now. And then yayin, wine, is going to be something that's like expensive, right? So you kind of, this is not a natural three-parter in a certain way. Like water, milk, and wine. On the one hand, it's like, oh yeah, these are staples. But on the other hand, well, wine's necessary, but it's more expensive, and water is probably cheaper, right? It's not exactly. And so what's he going to do to bring them together? He says, well, the reason all three of these end up as a metaphor for Torah is because just as these three liquids can only be kept in cheap vessels, meaning not golden, not silver. If you want to actually maintain them, you're going to put them in earthenware vessels, right? So too, the words of Torah will only be sustained. They can only be upheld and not turn sour in someone who has a low estimation of themselves, meaning they are humble, right? So this is a great move because we just took wine, which is not a humble substance by any stretch, right? And said, no, it's humble, because how are you going to keep wine?
Well, the vessel, not the content.
Well, so it's interesting. He starts with, why is Torah compared to wine and water and milk? But then we move to the vessel in which Torah is kept, right? So the Torah itself need not be a humble thing. The Torah itself may be a very precious thing, but the one in which it's kept should be a humble person.